Sean, a difficult afternoon from start to finish. What was your assessment of that?
Full credit to Fev. I thought they were very good today. Completed really high and just did the basics well. We just probably couldn't go with them. They ran harder than us and tackled harder than us. And yeah, it's hard to explain. Like, I'm trying to think. Probably because we're actually our fourth. Do we take our foot off the gas? I don't know. But it's still no excuse. There's no excuse for that performance today. It was pretty poor. Not seen that for a while.
Yeah, we're not here to make excuses. There's no point doing that. But the most striking thing when we're looking for reasons is that Featherstone had a hell of a lot to play for in this game, and Oldham, for whatever reason, well, we've got a week off next week, and this was a dead rubber. So I don't know if psychologically we're thinking, well, we've got a couple of weeks now before the next game that means something, and that can creep into your mentality.
Yeah, you can, and it definitely did today, I think. Probably that's why. But like I say, credit to Fev, I thought they were good, but I just don't know whether you can flick the switch on and off. You know what I mean? I just don't know whether you can. The team was good enough there to get a result today, and if we think they can play a little bit like that in 2 weeks' time, we've got another thing coming. So yeah, we'll assess it, work out why we did that performance today, and then we'll have to just work hard in training this week. We've got 2 weeks prep for this one game, the prelim, and then obviously another game after that. But yeah, there's a few things we need to fix up pretty soon.
And in terms of how the team lined up today, you made a couple of changes. For those who were saying, well, you've rested the two best players, what were you expecting? Just to recap on that, they didn't make it through training on Friday. That's why Ryan Brady and Josh Drinkwater weren't playing.
Oh yeah, definitely not. We didn't rest anyone. It was just, they were 50-50, and you know what I mean, going into this game, if they got injured and they both pulled their hammy, then I'd be stupid as a coach to go, why did I play those guys when I could have, given them an extra few days off. So yeah, no, it wasn't good to play.
And when you're arriving here with, well, you had an 18 out of the 21 who were ready to play. The last thing you want as a coach is an injury. I think 2-3 minutes in.
Yeah.
Matthew Foster coming off. What's the news on him?
Yeah, he's groin or adductor. He looks pretty tight. Yeah, I thought he was struggling a little bit in training, and I've ended up playing him, and he's popped it. So yeah, it doesn't look great for him. So yeah, we'll have to assess. Got a few lads sore. But we're in training tomorrow, then we've got a few days off, and we're back in on Friday. So we'll see how we go.
As a final point, we always try and find positives. We've got 2 weeks until the playoffs. I mean, you look at that game, that result, no immediate positives from it. But when you're trying to turn this into something to inspire your team for that knockout game in 2 weeks, what you're thinking about this game that you can use as something that what have you taken from this game that can be of significance going forward?
Not much.
To make sure we don't do again.
Not much. I'll avoid you. Not much from that game. Not got anything from that game. Nothing.
So onwards then. 2 weeks. Will Oldham be ready for Boundary Park in 2 weeks' time?
Yeah, we'll be ready. We're ready. Got 2 weeks prep now. Like I say, maybe mentally, we wasn't at the races because we can't get any higher, we can't get any lower. They are everything to play for. So maybe that caught us out a little bit, but I was expecting a few lads to step up and ask me, why I've not been playing, and make my job a little bit harder and give me a bit of an headache. But yeah.
Sure.
Sweet.